Hello everyone, it's Daniel Perez from Central Coast Kenpo Karate, and today we are moving on to the next purple belt technique, breakdown drills for the beginners, crushing hammer. Now this is against a rear bear hug, arms pinned. Alright, so obviously it's the same attack that we were attacked in the yellow belt technique, capture twigs. So these two are basically family grouping together. It's just giving us alternate choices on how we can maneuver the our attacks, and as well as manipulate the attacker. So in this technique, crushing hammer has it where we come here. Now based if we're grabbed, now I'm going to cover two versions here, guys. Okay, so if you're grabbed already and you're in that bear hug and it's clenched on you and you try to settle and step over here, there's a pretty high probability you're going to get picked up and slammed before you can get that left foot out, because there's just no way you can react that fast. Especially if it's a wrestler or someone that knows what they're doing from the back. They're going to pick you up, they're going to try to slam you on the head. That's the idea of this attack. Versus you see the attack coming and it's not clenched. So it really depends on the perceptual speed that we're trying to have the student understand. So there's two ways you can teach it, okay? So if we were gonna do the attempted attack, then sliding out, settling, pinning, and dropping just in case, or checking, would work because there's no clinch yet. Now they might bum rush you here, but if you can get a straight shot here to the groin, that could probably stop the momentum of someone, just depending on the timing. Right? Now, if you're clenched and they got you, and this is the worst case scenario, you're literally trapped, both your arms, then best case scenario is cut the left foot back to the angle here and sit on the knee, put the butt down below the wrestler's hips, so that way you have more of the leverage and center of gravity. And I can still cut my angle with my hammer fist. So there's two ways to actually do this. So I'll go over the drills on this that we can apply that could be something fun to open up the minds of, you know, the students or any instructors or people that want to be a little more creative on how you can take the same technique and in a way add a what if to it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and cover those things. But once again, we're going to start off assuming that this person is coming in and he's seeing it. So as we come in here, we cut, we hammer. Then from here, we take our right leg around, palm them to the groin, rip with the elbow, and then hit the left palm strike to the floaters. Here, okay, so as we come up, we have the shot here, and then we cross out, and that's our base. Okay, you can do the same thing if you cut the angle with your left foot. So if I'm clinched, I can settle, get this leg around, settle, slide behind the leg, palm them once again, rip, and palm. So I can make those two techniques work based on the attack. So, which gives me an idea on how we can apply this in drills. But first, we got to make sure the student again knows how to apply the hammer, the timing of the pin, like they learn in capture twigs, and then the settle of hitting that angle. So we're going to go over, I'm going to go right here to Bob, and we're going to do some hammer fist to him. So again, I would do, everyone, is I would have the student with their back here in a horse stance. Obviously the horse stance is nice isolation. And have them just kind of rotate their body and shoot the hammer to the back. Try, you know, make sure it's even where they can hit a target. Good. Right to the body or the back. Right? So again, they're working just that shot. Okay, so if they settle their weight and rotate at the same time. Same time. Gives a nice whipping action and timing for that hammer. Then you have them do it on the mirror side. You have them go here. Same idea. Have them shoot here and hit. Again, when you hit bags, the bags are great because they toughen the hands, they give timing, they give a purpose to the strike, and the student can feel power. When you see the student, especially a child's face, glow up, I mean, they're glowing with big smile because they go like, wow, I can hit a bag, I can hit something hard. Their excitement goes up, and it's just so much better than doing anything in the air, right? The air is great, but again, the bag gives a feel and power, and application makes it real. Okay, so again, you can use that with square target bags, or just get a wave master like this. And I would do is just have students take turns hitting. So as they're here, they look before they hit. 'Cause most of the time you'll get that. So again, you have them look, and you shoot the strike with the hammer. And then you can have them take the same position with the palm here as they slide around the bag. So if I'm in this position, I can go and take this palm strike right to the same target. So if the student is in their horse already, we can isolate just the arms. So we go here and then add in that palm. So as I go bam, here, boom, and I got that next shot. I got my next shot, I got my next shot right here. So I can literally do the entire technique against the bag, keeps the students very occupied for a good moment, especially if they're focused students, quick, and they're picking it up. For the students that are still learning it, you just isolate it one at a time. All right, guys, 1 strike, hit, 2 strike, hit, 3 strike, 4, okay? That idea. And you're working on being able to create fun excitement for the beginner, power hitting. Now they're adding the shift of motion with their feet. They're learning how to maneuver around walls and the barriers, like crashing wings, stuff like that. Crashing wings is a good technique that works this. And if you look at it, we're hitting like similar things to stand set, right? If you look, stand set is here. So we're kind of still working from this horse sliding out to the foot coming back. So it relates also to the stand set one. Now, if we were cutting the angle, it's the same thing. So if I took my left foot here, I can still hit, cut my angle, come back, cut my angle again, and I hit here. I don't necessarily hit them here. I can just glance so that I can get the full rotation of this 1, 2, right to those ribs. So it just develops timing, purpose, strengths, conditioning, and it's a good way to get them involved, especially with target bag hitting, right? And now we're gonna go ahead and show you on how to do this with square bags if you were holding it like if you were the attack. All right, we're back, everyone. So now, again, same idea. I got Mrs. Perez here, and she's gonna hold the bag for me like if we were going over it, like if a student was working it. So again, you would have the student back towards the instructor. And then obviously you look, they hit. So students are gonna look and hit. Look, and strike. So she would say, go ahead and say go.
Go.
Tip.
Go.
Tip.
Go.
Tip. So that's the idea. They look every single time, right? We never get away. They never get away without looking. That's important, to look and then strike. Now, once they go here, they take that first shot, then now they got to learn to step around that leg. That could be a little tricky. So again, teaching them how to slide and palm to that groin, right? So we're assuming, again, this is the attempted attack. Now, this angle here. So as I do that, I'm going to hammer her right into the strike, to the groin. Then I slide back, and I have my second strike. This one could be a little easier, actually, to teach them how to get around the leg of the instructor or whoever they're partnering with, right? So once again, we're going to show you kind of what we're talking about here. So let's go ahead and put the bag down now. So she'll do an attempted bear hug. As she does an attempted bear hug and I look and I can see her, that's when I can get away sliding to the side, palming to the groin, and we know our elbow palm strike here. But if she has me clenched here, it's going to be hard for me to step. Now I might get away with it because I'm a little taller. If I attack her, you'll see the difference. So I'm going to take my left back here and sink this way. Here, and sit on her knee, because it's a lot harder to pick someone up if there's weight on that hip. Now, once there's some distance here and the clinch is gone, once she starts to bring her hands down, then I get around, hit her groin, then come up and palm her in the ribs. So, again, if we're clenched, she tries to step to the side. Even if she steps, it's not going to work. She's now going against that leveraging. So what we're going to do is, if she's in the clinch, like I got her locked up and we're in that bear hug lock. So she's got to slide the corner. She's got to cut the angle and sit on that knee. So if I'm here, she's going to cut back and sit on that knee. Now, If I try to lift, it's harder for me to lift. Her hips are below my hips, and I would have to try to really get my hips under. By the time I do that, she's already hammering simultaneous. So
Yes,
just
sir.
go ahead and cut that angle and hit.
Yes, sir.
So if I go, I'm going to grab you first. So once I have her, go. Now,
Yeah.
there it is. And she hits the groin. And right when that groin shot happens, hopefully there should be a release. Okay? Now, we're not talking about right now pushing, pulling them back, moving them side to side yet. Now, that's why we got to establish our base. And that's why our footwork. So we might maneuver around. So if I got her, and let's say she's fighting me a little bit, go ahead and sink and get that angle. We're fighting a little, we can move around, and when there's a groin's open,
Yeah.
she's going to take it. My arms are going to go here. Okay? So if we stand there and the hands are there, still, it doesn't make sense. You got to be able to react. Just like if I was going to throw a punch, or she throws a punch to me, boom, I'm going to react to that. I'm like, whoa, my ribs come up maybe. Maybe I might react differently. She throws a punch here, boom, might go this way. Might get hit, ooh, come this way with my body. So it just depends. Every reaction's different. But most of the time, I've seen plenty of groin shots, and most of the time it's that and falling to the ground. So keep in mind, everyone, that's what we're trying to get as practical as we can with that reaction. Now, an attempted bear hug could be different because now she can get away cutting to the side. So if I have you here,
Yes, sir.
if I come in and she cuts that, she starts to see me coming here,
Yeah.
she can get away with cutting that side. I haven't got the full lock in yet. I haven't locked her up and tried to pick her up and then wrestled her. So you could get away with that. But in this case, we can take it as two separate attacks and be able to play with those. Okay, so that's something to think about. You guys feel free to let me know in the comments below. Share your ideas. You know, get involved here. I love ideas. I love testing out different ways of applying the technique, leveraging stuff like that. So feel free. As long as, like I said, we're trying to get to a solution. We're not just trying to argue and debate, or as in, like I should say, just say my way's better than your way. But if we're sharing ideas together, that's a different story. So obviously a healthy debate is okay, but as long as it doesn't lead into something where we're arguing or it's a negative, right? So keep that in mind. We want to keep this a positive channel, and we want to be able to learn at the same time, expand our mind more. Okay? So that's what I got for today, guys. Those are some beginner drills you can do. One beginner drill left you can do, and I won't take long on this, is just working that palm strike from the back. So in other words, I can have the student here, and can you get the small bag, please?
Yes.
And what we're gonna do is pop it. So when she says go, she's gonna walk into me. So you're gonna walk, I'm gonna throw the palm.
Oh, yes, sir. Go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look forward just to teach the student how to redirect their focus.
Go. Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Okay, now obviously you can do it on both sides, right? So it just teaches the student, again, redirecting focus, learning that there's an opponent in front. Sometimes a sneak attack from the back can come at you, and this weapon's a nice shot. If my arm is here, I can hand sword this way maybe to my first opponent, and then she says go.
Go.
Sit. And I can shoot in this palm strike here. So I can have like a double whammy. I can take the same Kenpo basic, apply it to a totally different scenario. So again, hopefully these drills are working for you guys. And like I said, I love doing this. I enjoy this art a lot. I'm very open-minded to learning. And at the same time, we just want to share with the Kenpo community, martial arts community, that we have some ideas. We love to share them with you guys. And if you have some ideas, leave a comment down below, message, email, and I'm more than welcome to put some more content out for everyone. So thank you guys again. This is all for today. Crushing Hammer beginner drills. And thank you for all the support. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching the video. Click on the bell and subscribe to the YouTube channel.